Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. Now this video is about a tool I have here at Truly Holistic, and I call it the 6 and 9, okay? For obvious reasons. If I get this right, there's a 6, there's a 9. Okay, so it's got two energies within the same tool, okay? And why I just call it simply the 6 and 9 is because it uses numerology, okay? Coupled with geometry, so numerology and geometry together, okay? And a lot of the tools I have here at Truly Holistic are mainly based around geometry, sacred geometry, and not so much with the numerology component of it, but we know that if you go by this simulation theory or program reality, all realities are programs, it's all based on numerology as well as geometry. And we were able to make a tool, and I'll give you a little bit of a understanding of where I got this idea for this tool. Again, you will not see this tool anywhere else. This was something that was created it was channeled to me. And I don't know if I've actually got it here, but if you understand the crystalline energy tool range, these are G, okay? And it's looks like a G, okay? But what the thing is, it's got the letter G, but it encompasses the golden spiral ratio in regards to the geometry component and what makes it work. And the G is very important in regards to knocking out geopathic stress. And one day I was looking at that tool when we were a colleague of mine who I was having a chat with, and came up with a really good idea of using the basis of that spiral ratio, golden spiral ratio of the G, but incorporating that with what we're finding in regards to the powers of 6 and 9. And the powers of 6 and 9 are in relevance to what Tesla said. You know, once you understand 3, 6, and 9, you have the key to the universe. Okay, and 3, 6, and 9 is a bit of it's like a progression in regards to our evolvement as a species, or involvement as an energy being, really probably more accurate in regards to that. And what we found that this 6 means infinite now, 9 means love, okay? 9 was the numerology for love, and hence why a lot of the crystalline tools, especially the rings at the 9-inch size, took that geometry to a higher level because of the the significance of 9. And all of a sudden, when we looked at that G, that if we just brought over that middle component a little bit further over, then all of a sudden what did we have? We had a 6, and then we had a 9. Okay, now it had to be an exact size for that to work. So I was channeled that information to make it the size, so it's not the same size as that G, it's a bit bigger, and it had to be specifically this size for it to work. So what we've got here now within this tool here is we've got the ability to create infinite now. What is infinite now? Now, infinite now is the ability to be present, if we could simplify it a bit. It's a whole idea of meditation, you know, and we live in a life that's full of distraction, and it's based upon that for good reason, okay, of manipulation purposes, to try and remove us out of the infinite now as much as possible. Because when we're out of the now, we're actually usually in a place where we are out of control, and we see an epidemic of anxiety and fear-based conditions because we can't stay in the now, okay? When we're in the now, we understand that the only time we have control is in the now, is in the present, not the future, not the past. And we realize that we only have control to make a decision then, and we don't worry about what's ahead, and we don't worry about what's behind us. All of a sudden you can get yourself into a state that you feel more control, and all of a sudden all these fear-based conditions can then go away. So that is really the practice of meditation, but we can simplify it. If people are out there and they've tried meditation, it's hard for me to get my mind blank or silent, because the thing is, your mind, its natural state is to be silent, is to be vacant. Your mind is the place where you get channeled information through a consciousness, and that's channeled through the mind, and then you use that information to create your reality, or your perception of reality, which we call your central nervous system. So a great way, obviously, one, is to remove all those dark consciousness connections to your mind that's bringing all this information that you do not want. And we can do that in a session here at Truly Holistic. But also, more importantly, reprogram the mind, or reprogram your body to be in the infinite now, and this tool does a great job at doing that. So how do you use that in regards to the infinite now? You just simply got that and place it between your hands, and while you're meditating, or you're just having a silent, a quiet moment to yourself, close your eyes and just allow that tool to do its work. Obviously, it will do its job without any intent, but if you want to be more specific and you want to work on the mind, as we've just spoken about in this video, then you just go mind infinite now true, or mind 6 true. Encode and program the mind with the number 6, infinite now true, and that's what you do. Okay, you can also place this between your feet. Okay, if you're wanting to stand up, or if you're sitting down, or in a seated position as you're meditating, you just place it underneath you, or place it between your hands, and that's going to take this ability to a much higher level. It's a wonderful tool. You know, you look at it, it's very simple, but it's got a lot of power behind it because of, one, having the knowledge that's come through and channeled to make this tool, because this tool is nowhere else. You will not find this tool anywhere else. And it's simple, it's very basic, and it's a size you can take around with you whenever you need it. Now, the other side of it is obviously if I get it right, the 9. Now, this is just to, again, as we were speaking about before, now when you're not in the now, anxiety, fear conditions come up, and that's the key word, the fear. Now, the polarity to fear is love, okay? Like, for example, anybody that's been in an abusive childhood or a relationship, it brings about a lot of fear because there's no love present in that environment. So all of a sudden, if you're having fear-based problems, obviously, one, we need to find out what is causing your fear, and to remove that out of your life, whether that's you taking upon those changes, or also doing energy healing, which we can help you with. But for you to charge yourself with love energy, this tool will do that for you, okay? And again, what we've talked about so far in this video is having that effect on us, on the body, but you can also do this on your food. You can charge your food and water on these things. You know, love is the highest vibration there is, so you know, you can just place that and put a glass of water or food on it. It's going to charge that vibration up in the food or water, and also in the body. So it's a wonderful tool, and you know, it's obviously got 2 things you can use it for, which is really, really cool. The whole 369 component of it is that 3 is us being in a 3D reality and being in a state where we've kind of been controlled and not knowing it, and then getting to the 6 where we can remove ourselves from the programming of time and programming of all the distraction around us, get ourselves in the infinite now, then all of a sudden we become aware and have consciousness to realize, hey, we were controlled, we were manipulated. All of a sudden I can be in the control seat of my destiny now, of my reality. And then moving from 3, then 6, then to 9, and just being in love vibration all the time, which is you being blissed out all the time, not being controlled by all the aspects that we have within this reality that's trying to push us into a fear-based environment. So it's really a progression of humanity, 3, 6, and 9, in regards to what Tesla was saying, and this tool is a big component of making that progression from 3, 6, and 9. So I hope you've enjoyed the video about this tool. If you would like to buy this tool, which I'm pretty sure it's 80 New Zealand dollars on my website at trulyholistic.net, just go to the product page and it's there, and it's a wonderful tool and you'll get a lot of benefit from it. Anyway, see you next time.